Welfare agencies say some Tasmanian real estate agents are discriminating against people who are in desperate need of housing. At least 2 real estate companies are refusing to accept rental applications from people who've been given bond assistance.
Kyle Town says he's one of the lucky ones. He and his family have now found a home to rent, but not before being knocked back because they needed bond assistance.
After, say, 8 to 10 houses, you're feeling like, oh, maybe we'll never get a house.
Each year, Colony 47 and Anglicare help about 4,000 Tasmanians on low incomes by putting up the bond for a rental home. At least 2 real estate agencies in Hobart will not accept those bonds. PMM and Rain and Horn both say they've had a lot of trouble with bond assistance holders in the past and are trying to protect landlords.
We need to be sure that the tenants that are moving into these properties are able to afford and pay the rents.
Welfare agencies say the problem's not only affecting low-income earners and welfare recipients, but women fleeing domestic violence.
A number of women who are escaping family violence situations are really struggling in those initial days after they leave to be able to access the funds they need to secure a property.
There are calls for the state government to introduce standard tenancy application forms, which would exclude questions about bond assistance as well as credit and criminal history checks.
We don't believe that question should be asked. It doesn't matter where the bond is coming from, whether it's your wealthy parents, whether it's because you've saved the money or whether it's because of government assistance.
The Real Estate Institute says housing vulnerable Tasmanians shouldn't be left to private landlords.
Well, when you're talking about subsidised housing and subsidising housing, which is what it is doing, it really does become a government responsibility.
The government says it'll consider the issue.
But to be clear, the government doesn't want to be intervening in the private rental market in a way that would scare off owners from making their properties available for potential tenants.
Kyle Town says someone in authority needs to help.
I think it's very important for tenants to get a fair go in Tasmania.
They're problems that are going to grow as Tasmania's rental squeeze worsens. Rihanna Whitson, ABC News.